Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 63 on the ManniCraft server with Black Dog Z. Alright, so I finally figured out how we make biofuel from biomass, and we need stills. So I'm actually going to build 4 of those as well, just like we did last time, because we are planning on using multiples. We're just going to head on down here. Now, I did grab some lava using the Tesseracts, but apparently there wasn't exactly much lava in that system. So it managed to fill up these guys most of the way, my geothermal generators, and it managed to put about another 100 buckets in here. So, unfortunately, that's all she wrote. There's only about, I'm going to say 200 buckets in there. That's not much at all. Like, in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have this guy, who is a still. And we're actually just going to take him and I am probably just going to put him right here. That way he can receive power as well. Then I am going to take my bag and grab 2 liquid ducks, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. Nah, I'm going to need 3. Let's go back into the bag, grab another one. We'll put that right there, and that goes there. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to send fuel. Now, we are going to need a redstone signal, and we're going to need to set this to output. So that's going to output biomass into the still. Now the still is already running, as you can see. It's using this. Perfect. And we can turn this, we can turn that on. That's going to start pumping out plant balls for this system here. Now, I did temporarily turn this off, so we'll need to turn it back on as well. And we'll put the dirt back. And now that we've done that, we just have one more thing we need to do, and that is take our, as you can see, I got liquid tesseracts, I got unattuned tesseracts. Thought I had some, oh wait, no, not yet. So I built some more unattuned tesseracts, just like I said I was going to. So now we're going to take this, we're going to put it here. Actually, that's not going to work. I'm going to take this, oh, I did it again. And put it here. And then from there, we should be able to go back into our bag. Ooh, tricks. Grab a couple more liquid ducks. And we're going to need this guy. And I should be able to go here. And then here. And then just do that. Ooh, wrong button. And then just take this guy, put him here and turn him on. And output. Now as you can see, that's outputting to the Tesseract very nicely. Now the Tesseract, I'm going to set to owner only, send only, fuel. Set frequency. So now that's actually got nowhere to send, so we've got to get the other liquid Tesseract up there. Now, while I was off screen, I did fill up my jetpack, so we do have the capability of getting back up there and holding ourselves up there so that we can put down a liquid tesseract. And then we should be able to go this, fuel, check mark, escape. That is set to fuel. It's set to receive. I don't know how well these item tesseracts and stuff work. We haven't received the newest update on these, so there might be issues with them. I might have to do something a little differently. Because, yeah, it's definitely should be getting fuel. We're going to set this to public access. We'll see if public access works. It seemed to work okay for the lava. But albeit I did have that set to public access because it wasn't seemed to be working at first. It's tough to walk around in tight spaces with this thing on. Alright, so let's go to public access fuel. Are we getting anything? No. I'm wondering if they won't pump out of those. I'm going to need something to stand on. That'll work. Alright. Okay, well, let's try golden waterproof pipes. There we go. That's working nicely. So apparently they can receive from them, but they can't send from them in this particular update. I'm pretty sure they should be able to send as well in the newer versions, but apparently that has not been done yet. I'm just going to shut this guy down for a moment. Now I have my empty bucket again. And as you can see, this guy's going strong. Things are working well, which is good. There we go. It's going to allow us to produce some additional plant balls while that sucker warms up. So that'll allow us to create biofuel. Alright, well, let's see how quickly this thing's creating biofuel from plant balls. As you can see, it's already created 4 buckets, and it's quickly building up. So the fact that it's done that is pretty good. We've got to wait for this sucker to fill up so that we can change these tanks over. We're going to switch these to liquid fueled, and we're probably going to use the biofuel, because it seems to be the way to go. Now, the downside here is the way this is set up, can't really put additional fertilizer in. I think I'd want to. Okay, let's go put some stuff away. And actually, do I have a chest? I should have a chest. We're actually going to have a chest down here for stuff for down here. Yeah, there's a chest. So then the chest can actually just go here in the corner. And we're going to put the fermenters in. We'll put in the redstone engines. We'll even put... Nope, that doesn't go in. Those can go in. That cleans up my inventory a little. And then also we want to get rid of this stuff. Alright, so that severely reduces the amount of stuff in my inventory. The chunk loader goes in there. This pump isn't supposed to go in here. And these can go in there. There we go. Walking around with some unattuned tesseracts. That's our lava equipment from the Nether. Alright, so at this time we've only got the one. We'll probably set up more later. I'm going to let that warm up and see if that actually gets going here well. And see if I can figure out a way to pump in some stuff. I believe the easiest way to do it... Do I still have that wood? Yes, I do. It'd just be to go... Oh, I didn't want the chest. Yeah. I'm going to go here. Go tick tick. Chest. And then we can put a chest here. And we can put a wood pipe there with a Arctic gate. And hopefully... Well, that thing will have an... Oh, where am I going? I'm going to go over here. More Arctic gates. There we go. Oh, it's running. We must have ran out of gates. Let's make some more. Oh, I didn't grab a wooden pipe. Well, that was stupid. Grabbed the gate and didn't grab the wooden pipe. Alright, wooden pipe. Here we go. We're going to have to make some more of those. Backwards. And Antarctic. There we go. Basically what that'll do is it'll make sure that fuel stays in there. That should be more than enough. I'll have to clean that up here in a second. There we go. So now, if I take out most of the fuel, yeah, it's going to start putting fuel in there. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. Now, as you can see, this still seems to take a long time. Now, I do plan on moving this stuff to a more roomy area. This area is getting pretty tightly packed with stuff. And I really don't want to be building this here, so I did build, well, sorry, I'm building, and I waited for you guys so that you could see something a little different. Instead of using the pumps and stuff, I figured I would build this. A couple of item tesseracts. And the reason for that is because now I can transfer items anywhere I'd like. So I can take the stuff from the barrel and I can put it in an item tesseract and send it off. Isn't that gorgeous? Because that's going to allow me to do much faster than this. Because as you can see, that's pretty slow. And it pumps pretty slow, and of course the pumps will eventually build up in speed, but it's going to take time. So if I use item tesseracts, I'll be able to get this stuff over there and build a room to actually do this, which will be much nicer than what we're doing currently. Because currently this takes forever. The other thing is, then we can actually have multiple items all turn into plant balls and then be pushed into the fermenters. The other thing is, if we put it over by the fuel source, we can actually run specialty like steam engine pumps, industrial steam engines, to run this system and keep that cube powered up. Because the thing is, we are slowly draining energy out of this cube. This cube only has so much power, and then I have to go recharge it. So this is mostly just to get it started, get me some biofuel that we can use. And as you can see, it's actually going pretty good. We are slowly and steadily getting biofuel. And as you can see, we've already got 10 buckets worth of biofuel and building. Now, the downside here is I'm going to have to tear these apart and turn these into liquid ones. Which means I'll have to rebuild them because the solid fuel isn't going to work for me. We tried the solid fuel, it's just not going to be good enough. So we're going to switch to the liquid fueled. And that's going to allow everything to maintain its status quo, basically. Now, the other thing is, because we lost our chunk loader, we're just going to temporarily take the nether one, and we're going to put it here. There we go. And that should keep everything running down here, which is terrific. Unfortunately, these won't be of much use to us, so that's why it's turned off right now. There was really no point in running it if it's not going to be any use to us. Because when we weren't around, it wasn't building anything. So yeah, slowly but steadily, things are going good. We have 257. We're going to have to make more of this stuff. And like this stuff is actually fairly easy to make. Just sand, apatite, or ash and apatite. Ash and apatite is generally the way to go. You could also make it using saltpeter and sand. But saltpeter has much better uses. There's no point in wasting your saltpeter on that when you could very easily make this. Now, I noticed that he was using a different thing. See, I'm using fertilizer. He was using compost. Now, let me take a look here. Compost. Compost is crafted with 4 wheat and dirt or ashen dirt. No sand, you say? I do have an infinite supply of dirt. Like if you take a look in this chest, there's quite a bit of dirt in here. This system is constantly making more and more dirt. And I'm constantly having to take it out. And where do I put it? In this chest. But that's only going to last for so long. Like you take a look, I have 257 stacks of this. Like, we're not running out of tree material anytime soon. So I really don't want to continue doing that. So I think I'm probably going to stop. That should be more than enough. And, you know, if we run low, we can always put more in. So for now, we're just going to put it in this ender barrel. So yeah, it's a fairly slow process by the looks of it. This system appears to be slowly speeding up. I say slowly, because it is slow. But this is a fairly quick process, making biomass like that. And yeah, so this may have some issues later on. I wonder what options I have here. Neat. So I can actually tell this if resources are less than 25%. So then it'll continue to push plant balls in. There we go. Here's the thing. I thought about using compost here where I'm using fertilizer, but from what I could tell, the fertilizer actually lasts longer than the compost. And that's a big thing because you don't want to have to constantly be refilling that. Like, I know we have this system here to fill it up with our fertilizer, but we don't want to have to constantly be doing that. So, now, I wonder how many... So now this is a neat thing that they put on some of these. You can actually, right now it's set to shared, but I could say restricted or private. Restricted means you can use it, but you can't move it. Private means you can't do anything. So that's actually kind of neat how that works. Tempting. Yeah, so as you can see, this thing's getting plant balls, but this system will cut out as soon as it gets too many. This system will never cut out, but I don't think it'll ever get fast enough because it's got to pump 8 before it makes 1 plant ball. So I don't think it's ever going to have an issue. This system is designed to know when to pump, so in theory, this is a self-restoring system, other than the power. Like, if you take a look, we've already used half the power in this cube. So I really don't know what we're going to do to keep this thing powered. Short of using steam, which is what the plan is. Like, we could use lava, but I don't want to use lava. We don't have enough lava as it is. I want that to last as long as possible before I have to move this system. Everything's ready to be moved. I just need to make some books and then actually move it. I think next episode we're actually going to move this entire product line. We'll move it over to down here. And hopefully we'll have enough biofuel by the time that thing runs out. Because, like, let's see. Well, it's made 15 buckets. So hopefully we'll have enough biofuel by then to run one of these high pressure boilers. And that'll provide enough power to keep it running. So yeah, that's the hope, is that we can keep a high pressure boiler running on that biofuel. We might have to borrow a little bit of biofuel from the other guys, just until we get started, and then of course we can always replace it, because we should be making an infinite amount of biofuel. I may have to add an additional farm like this that's completely automated, just so that it continues to go. so that I have enough stuff. And anyways, I was looking at wanting more seeds anyway, so that'll help with that because I want to make seed oil as well. And so that's the plan with the seeds. And the trees we're also going to turn into biofuel as well, these trees here. Because the trees are the same as that. If I actually just grab a stack of trees and show you, you can make plant balls with trees. Oops. Keep clicking on that when I want the other thing. So you just do the same thing you did with the other one, and you'll see that trees actually produce 2 plant balls instead of 1, because there's more stuff there. So we're definitely going to be making them out of that too. And we're going to have all 4 distillers going, probably all 4 fermenters going, and we're just going to produce a ton of biofuel and run those steam engines. Sorry, that's not the steam engines. The steam, what is it called? Steam boilers, and then get the steam engines hooked up to them and run them to heck, and maybe even put out some EU and pump that out to our matter fabricator. There are other things I believe that apples can produce biofuel in a fermenter. I don't know what else. I'll have to look it up and find out. But I think we have enough information to go off of to get started. I'm just going to let this run for a little while and see what we can do. Yeah, as you can see, it's slowly going down, and it's kind of a pain because there's only so much that this system can do. Like, it's trying to produce biomass, and it's up to 12 plant balls. This system's starting to pump out faster, which is good to see. So, I think that's going to be it for now. Like I said, for the winners, remember to contact me. This episode's been recorded in advance, so I just want to let you know, contact me. I'll try to get a hold of you as soon as I see the message, and we'll try to get you on for next episode. All right.